Hey everyone, and welcome to the Walk's Verse. Today, we are going on a flavor adventure to the heart of Sichuan cuisine. We're tackling the legendary Kung Pao Chicken, but not just any Kung Pao Chicken. We're unlocking the secret ingredient that elevates this dish from tasty to truly authentic, the elusive wok hei. Think of it as the wok's breath, that smoky, slightly charred kiss that only comes from high heat and a little bit of wok wizardry. Don't worry, I'll guide you through every step, and we'll have some laughs along the way, because who says cooking can't be fun? Now, grab your aprons, fire up your imaginary woks for now, and get ready to learn the secrets. If you loved this recipe, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let us know in the comments below, what time is it where you are, where are you watching from, and how did your dish turn out? Alright, let's get this flavor party started with the star of our show, the chicken. You'll need about 1 pound, around 450 grams, of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Why thighs? Because they stay juicy even under the intense heat of the wok. We don't want any dry, sad chicken here. Cut the chicken into roughly 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, cubes. Now for the flavor infusion. In a bowl, toss the chicken with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. This will not only help tenderize the chicken but also give it a lovely velvety texture when it's cooked. Next, add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce for that umami punch, 1 teaspoon of Shaoxing rice wine. If you don't have it, dry sherry works in a pinch, but try to get the real stuff, and a pinch, let's say about 1/4 teaspoon, of white pepper. Give everything a good mix with your hands, making sure each piece of chicken is coated. Cover the bowl and let it marinate in the refrigerator for at least 15 minutes. This little wait time is crucial. It's like the chicken taking a mini flavor spa before its big wok performance. Trust me, it makes all the difference. While our chicken is taking its delightful little flavor nap, let's turn our attention to the unsung hero of many Chinese dishes, the sauce. This isn't just any sauce. It's the magical elixir that brings all the flavors of Kung Pao chicken together in a harmonious symphony. And the best part? It's incredibly easy to make. In a medium bowl, whisk together 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. Remember, light for color, not just for sodium. Then, we'll add 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. This is purely for that gorgeous, rich color, so don't skimp on it unless you want a pale dish. Next up, 2 tablespoons of Qingqiang vinegar, also known as black vinegar. This provides that quintessential tangy depth that regular white vinegar just can't replicate. If you don't have it, a good quality balsamic vinegar might work in a pinch, but it won't be quite the same. After that, 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing rice wine for more layered flavor, 2 tablespoons of sugar to balance out all that tang and salt, and finally, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. The cornstarch is crucial here as it will thicken our sauce, ensuring it coats every piece of chicken and vegetable beautifully. Give it a really good whisk until there are no lumps of cornstarch left. You want a smooth, homogeneous mixture. Set this aside, because its big moment is coming soon. Now that our chicken is marinating and our sauce is ready to go, let's talk about building that foundational layer of flavor for our Kung Pao. This is where the aromatics come in, and trust me, they are the unsung heroes of many Chinese dishes. We're talking about infusing that oil with fragrant goodness. You'll need about 3 tablespoons of a neutral oil, like vegetable or peanut oil. Get your wok nice and hot over medium-high heat. Once you see a wisp of smoke, add the oil. First up, the dried red chilies. You'll want about 10 to 15 small dried Sichuan chilies. Don't worry, they're more about the aroma and a gentle warmth and fiery heat in this dish, especially if you remove most of the seeds. Snip them in half with kitchen shears, or just break them with your fingers, and shake out most of the seeds. Toss them into the hot oil and stir fry for about 15 to 20 seconds until they become fragrant and slightly darker. Be careful not to burn them, or they'll turn bitter. We're going for fragrant, not charcoal. Next, quickly add 1 tablespoon of Sichuan peppercorns. This is where the magic mala, numbing and spicy, sensation of Sichuan cuisine comes from. Fry them for another 10 seconds until they release their unique citrusy, numbing aroma. Immediately follow with 2 tablespoons of minced ginger and 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Stir fry for about 30 seconds until everything is incredibly fragrant. Your kitchen should be smelling absolutely amazing right now. Just remember, don't let them burn. This aromatic oil is the delicious canvas for the rest of our dish. Okay, we've got our aromatic oil ready, practically perfuming your entire kitchen. Now, before we bring in the main event, there's one crucial component for that signature Kung Pao crunch: the peanuts. You'll need about 1 cup, 150 grams, of roasted unsalted peanuts. If you only have raw peanuts, you'll need to roast them yourself first, a dry pan over medium heat for about 5 to 5 minutes, stirring constantly until golden and fragrant. But if you have the roasted ones, we're just going to give them a quick refresh to bring out their ultimate flavor and crispness. With your wok still hot, or reheated if it cooled down, add the roasted peanuts directly into the fragrant oil, after you've scooped out most of the aromatic bits if you prefer, but leaving some in is fine too. Stir fry them for just about 30 seconds to 1 minute. We're not cooking them, we're waking them up. You'll notice they become even more fragrant and develop a beautiful, slightly deeper golden color. The goal here is to enhance their roasted flavor and ensure they stay wonderfully crunchy in the finished dish. Once they smell amazing and look good, immediately scoop them out of the wok and set them aside. Why do we take them out? Because if they stay in, they'll get soggy from the sauce later, and nobody wants a sad, limp peanut. They'll be reunited with the dish at the very end, ensuring that satisfying bite. Alright, the stage is set, the aromatics are fragrant, and our peanuts are patiently waiting in the wings. It's time for our chicken's grand entrance. Make sure your wok is screaming hot again. If you need to add a touch more oil, maybe 1 tablespoon, do it now. We want that oil shimmering. Take your marinated chicken out of the fridge. Remember, it's had its spot treatment and it's ready to shine. Carefully add the chicken cubes to the hot wok in a single layer. Don't overcrowd the wok. If your wok isn't huge, you might need to do this in 2 batches. Overcrowding will drop the temperature, and instead of a beautiful sear, you'll end up steaming your chicken, which is definitely not what we're going for. We want that lovely golden brown crust. Let the chicken sit for about 1 minute without moving it, allowing that initial sear to form. Then, stir fry the chicken for about 3 to 4 minutes, flipping and tossing occasionally, until all sides are nicely browned and cooked through. You'll see those cornstarch-coated pieces develop a beautiful, slightly glossy sheen. This browning isn't just for looks, it adds another layer of deep, savory flavor to the dish. Once your chicken is beautifully cooked, remove it from the wok and set it aside with your peanuts. We're building this dish layer by layer, ensuring each component gets its moment to shine. With our chicken cooked and resting, it's time to add some color, texture, and a touch of freshness back into the wok with our vegetable vivacity. You might need another tablespoon of oil in the wok if it looks a bit dry. First up, bell peppers. We're going for vibrant, so grab 1 green bell pepper and 1 red bell pepper. Cut them into 1-inch, 2.5 centimeters, squares, similar in size to your chicken pieces. This uniformity ensures even cooking and a pleasing look. Toss them into the hot wok and stir fry for about 1 minute. We want them to be bright and slightly crisp, not soft and mushy. This quick stir fry keeps their vibrant color and that satisfying bite. Next, add about 1 cup, roughly 1 medium, of chopped yellow onion, cut into similar 1-inch pieces. Stir fry for another 1 minute until the onion starts to become translucent and fragrant. You'll notice the kitchen filling with even more wonderful aromas. Finally, just before we add the sauce, quickly add 2 tablespoons of chopped scallions, using both the white and light green parts. Stir fry for just 15 seconds. They're primarily for a fresh oniony note and a pop of green, so we don't want them to wilt completely. This quick stir fry of vegetables ensures they are perfectly cooked, adding a lovely freshness and crunch that contrasts beautifully with the richness of the chicken and sauce. Alright, this is where the magic happens, folks. We're about to bring everything together in a glorious sauce symphony. Your wok should still be hot, with those vibrant veggies glistening inside. It's time to reintroduce our cooked chicken and those perfectly toasted peanuts. Add both the chicken and the peanuts back into the wok with the vegetables. Now, remember that perfectly whisked sauce we prepared earlier? Give it one more quick whisk right before you pour it in, just to make sure the cornstarch hasn't settled at the bottom. Then, pour the entire sauce mixture directly over the chicken and vegetables in the wok. This is where you need to move quickly. Stir-fry everything vigorously for about 1 to 2 minutes, constantly tossing and turning the ingredients. You'll see the sauce begin to bubble and rapidly thicken, coating every single piece of chicken, every vibrant pepper, and every crunchy peanut. The cornstarch in the sauce is working its magic, creating that beautiful, glossy sheen we want. Make sure everything is evenly coated and the sauce has completely thickened. This is crucial for flavor distribution and that satisfying texture. Don't let it cook for too long once the sauce is thick, or your vegetables will lose their crispness and your chicken might become tough. We're aiming for coated, not drowned. Alright, my culinary comrades, we've reached the pinnacle, the crescendo, the moment we've all been waiting for, the wok hei whisper. This is the secret handshake, the final flourish that separates good Kung Pao from truly great Kung Pao. It's that smoky, slightly charred essence, the breath of the wok, that elusive wok hei that makes this dish sing. Once your sauce has thickened and coated everything beautifully, turn your heat up to absolute maximum for just about 15 to 30 seconds. You want to see wisps of smoke coming off the wok. Keep tossing and stirring continuously during this short burst of high heat. You're not cooking it further, you're essentially searing the sauce and ingredients against the incredibly hot metal, imbuing them with that inimitable smoky flavor. This rapid high heat burst is what creates those tiny, invisible caramelized bits and infuses the dish with that unique, almost ethereal aroma. It happens quickly, so pay close attention. You'll feel the energy in the wok, a true culinary thrill. As soon as you detect that smoky aroma and see a slight char, immediately remove the wok from the heat. Don't overdo it, or you'll burn your beautiful sauce. This fleeting moment is the essence of wok hei and what makes authentic Kung Pao chicken truly special. Serve it immediately over steamed rice, and get ready to be amazed by the depth of flavor you've created. And there you have it, my friends. Your very own, wok hei infused Sichuan Kung Pao chicken. Isn't it incredible how a few simple ingredients, a little bit of technique, and a lot of passion can transform into something so profoundly delicious? Don't be shy, dive in and savor every bite. The beauty of cooking Chinese food, especially something as iconic as Kung Pao, is in the journey, the discovery of new flavors, and the joy of sharing it with others. Don't worry if your first attempt isn't absolutely perfect. Every single time you cook, you learn, you grow, and you get better. The most important ingredient is always the love you put into it. So go ahead, pat yourself on the back, and start planning your next Chinese culinary adventure. I can't wait to hear how your dish turned out.
Sichuan's essence, a painting unfurled, Kung Pao chicken renowned through the world. Hot wok sizzles, a smoky embrace, charred fragrance rises with graceful pace. Oh, the wok soul, it whispers and calls, through the high heat standing strong through it all. From the kitchen, a culinary art, Kung Pao magic right from the heart. Tender chicken, marinated deep, rich, balanced sauce, secrets to keep. Ginger, bacon, chili in her fiery dance, crisp peanuts, scattered a delightful chance. Oh, the wok soul, it whispers and calls, through the high heat standing strong through it all. From the kitchen, a culinary art, Kung Pao magic magic right from the heart. Vibrant peppers, green and red in view, high heat stirs a spirit anew. A moment fleeting, the wok hay takes flight, a symphony of flavor, pure delight. Oh, the wok soul, it whispers and calls through the high heat, standing strong through it all. From the kitchen, a culinary art, Kung Pao magic right from the heart. Cooking's a journey, wisdom it brings, love in each dish the heart truly sings. Yeah.